Hey guys, it's Miss Carell again. Today I'm going to be talking to you about how to complete a code.org level D lesson number 10. So your previous lesson, you talked about basic loops, which is repeating whatever you put inside of it. Today we're going to take it a step further and we're going to start talking about nested loops. And nested loops simply means a loop that goes inside of another loop. And I know that sounds a little confusing, but I promise it's not too bad once you see it actually working. So looking at level one does not require you to use a nested loop. You will start using those after your instructional video on level 3. So this one is just your basic loop. You want your B to move forward, and then you want it to move forward and get nectar, move forward, and get nectar. If I do that, then it is going to be all finished. He is going to go and collect all of the nectar from all of the flowers. However, you can see that I've used too many blocks, correct? What in my code is repeated? Move forward, get nectar, move forward, get nectar. That tells me I can delete this part and use a repeat block and change that number to 2. Now I've used the correct number of blocks, and my bee will go and collect all the nectar. So sometimes, yes, you are going to put multiple blocks inside of your loop block, especially on this one where at each flower you have to collect nectar, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and skip over to level 3. So in level 3, it's going to just explain a little bit about nested loops. They're basically telling you what I told you, that sometimes you have to repeat the repeat. And I'm going to walk you through what that level looks like. Level 4 is just a prediction of what you think will happen. So you're answering a question and then running the code. So let's take a look at level 5. Level 5 has lots and lots of flowers that you have to collect. So my bee is currently sitting on a flower. So my first block is not going to be a move forward, but my first block is actually going to be get nectar. So I'm going to drag up my get nectar. After he gets that nectar, then I'm going to want them to move forward. During this particular lesson, it's probably going to be very important for you to use your step block. Remember, the step block will highlight the blocks as they are being used, and that will help you figure out where you might be missing something or where the wrong block might be. So after he moves forward, what do we want to happen again? Get nectar, correct? So I'm starting to see a pattern. I'm seeing a get nectar, move forward, get nectar, move forward. But I'm already getting very close to my limit on how many blocks I can use. So I have to figure out how many get nectar and move forwards do I need for the first level. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to delete these, add up my repeat block, and change it to a 4. Now let's see what happens. Oh, he hit a wall. Let's use this step block to figure out where it's going wrong. Get nectar, move forward. Get nectar, move forward. Get nectar, move forward. Get nectar. Oh, that move forward can't be there for 4 times. It can only be there for 3 times. So I'm going to change this to 3. Reset it, and run it again. Now, before I can tell him to get nectar, I want him to turn. What direction does he need to turn? He needs to turn right. Now take a look at my blocks. I have used 5 out of the 6 blocks. That tells me I only have 1 more block that I'm able to use. What block is it going to have to be? It has to be my repeat block. When I'm looking at where my bee is, what's he going to do? Get nectar, move forward. Get nectar, move forward. Is that the same as what I've already written? Yes. So you can actually take this block and take everything that you've written so far and put it inside. This is where the nested loop comes in, okay? I'm going to change this to 4 because there's 4 sides, not 5, and run it. Yay, we did it! Now, once you continue to level 6, it's actually going to switch from B to Plants vs. Zombies. Don't ask me why. It's just the way it was written. So in this one, you're going to continue to use your nested loops, okay? Thinking about your zombie, how many times does he have to move forward? When does he need to turn? And how many times is that going to need to repeat in order to get to the sunflower? So in this particular level, you have 1, 2, 3 move forwards. Hello. There we go. And then he was going to need to turn left. Brains. Now, he didn't finish, but look again. I only have 1 block left that I can use. What does it have to be? It has to be your repeat block. How many times do you think it needs to be repeated? Well, think about what we did on the last one. There were 4 sides. How many sides are there in this puzzle? 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to make this number 3. So you're going to work your way all the way through your levels. You have, I think, 13. Sorry, 13. But 13 is a quiz. Level 12 is your actual last level that you're going to be programming. And it goes back to B, I think, about 9 or 10. It goes back to B. And so when you see the honeycombs, you're going to make honey. If you see flowers, you're going to make nectar. Just remember that every time you are going to be using a loop inside of a loop. If you haven't used a loop inside of a loop, that's probably what you're missing. Go back and see if you can fix it. If you guys get stuck or need help, reach out to me on email or post a comment on Google Classroom. I can always set up a meet and you can share your screen with me and I can help you through a level if you get stuck. Make sure you always go back to Classroom and mark it as done so that you get credit for completing your code.org lesson. All right? Good luck, guys. Have fun doing your nested loops, and I will see you next time.